Starting at quarterback, number 32, Patrick Berry. At the other quarterback spot, number 6, Arnold Thomas. Starting at strong safety, number 8, Randy Thomas. And the free safety for the Cubs is number 10, Scott Nelson. The head coach for U of D Jesuit is Mr. Oscar Olaknichik. And now, here come your 2013 Southeastern Conference champion, Saline. Introducing the starting offense for tonight's game. Starting at center, number 74, Dan Brady. Starting at guard, number 75, Tyler Sean. Starting at guard, number 66, Alex Bromley. Starting at tackle, number 77, Mitchell Reeves. Starting at tackle, number 79, Austin Buckley. Starting at tight end, number 81, Bryce Wilmot. Starting at wide receiver, number 1, Cameron Cole. At wide receiver, number 7, Chris Mercer. Starting at H-back, number 6, Jeff Harper. Starting at running back, number 4, Kevin Gross. And starting at quarterback, number 3, Trent Tyson. And in his first season as head coach of the Hornets, Mr. Joe Coco. Introducing the officials for today's game, our back judge tonight on pink is Mr. Todd Willis. The line judge for tonight's game from Whitmore Lake, Scott Kelly. The headlinesman for tonight's game from Brighton, Bruce Ritter. The umpire tonight from Brighton is Jeff Longman. And the referee for tonight's game from Owasso is Jim Neenan. Jesuit has chosen to receive the opening kickoff. The Hornets will kick and defend the southern goal. Taking off the Hornets will be number 33, William Green. Deep for the Cubs, number 8, Randy Thomas, and number 10, Scott Nelson. Green's big sails 5 yards deep in the end zone for an automatic touchback. First and 10 for the Cubs. From their own 20-yard line. Starting at quarterback for Jesuit is Ryan Brand. Penalty flag stops the play. Dead ball. False start on the offense. It'll be a 5-yard penalty. Bring up first down and 15 yards to go. Ryan Brandon's pass is intended to stop Nelson incomplete. Broken up by Steven Slattery. He's second down and 15. James Kirkland, the ball player. He's across the 20 or 22 or 23-yard line, giving 8. It's going to be third down and 7. Travis Brown made the tackle for the Hornets. Ryan Brown's pass is intended to stop Nelson incomplete. Now, Kleiner has coverage for the Hornets. We're now 4th down and 7, and the Cubs will send their team on the field. Now, Kleiner is deep for the Hornets. Colin Donnelly coming away. On the Cubs 37 off a punt block by Alec Richards. From Trent Tyson to Judge Polka. Then Stankovic will attempt to add the extra point. Tyson to hold. And the kick is good. 10 minutes, 59 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Your score, 307. UB Jesuit 4. Fans, you can keep up with all Saline teams. Find information about Saline athletics. Be a fan on Facebook. Receive tweets, sign up for daily email updates. 3 articles about our Hornets. Listen to Hornet Radio, even shop online. It's all online at SalineHornets.com. William Green will pick off for the Hornets. Scott Nelson and Randy Davis are deep results. Green's kick sails 7 yards deep in the end zone for an automatic touchback. 1st and 10 for Jesuit to score at the 120-yard line.
Jerry Kirkland is their running back. We'll see a lot of him today. Also want to talk about last week in Defensive Player of the Week with John West.
I don't think he wanted to catch that football out there, John.
Yeah, that was a tough catch. Quarterback for Jesuit is Ryan Brand. Last week he went 14 for 22, 207 yards, had a touchdown and interception in that loss versus Brother Rice, the number 2 team ranked in the state. Saline comes in 23rd. Jesuit comes in 75th in the state, and there's the pass by Brand over the middle, and it's caught into the 45-yard line, and that is about a 26-yard pass. That goes to Cedric Beatty, the wide receiver junior. He's 6'2", 135. And there we go, we're moving fast. 4 wide receivers, 2 to each side, 1 running back behind him, and a running back behind them. That running back will be Jaron Kirkland. Last week he had 48 yards on 15 attempts. And Scott Nelson's their outside presence. Last week against Brother Rice, he had 9 receptions for 172 yards. Jesuit takes a snap, it's a high. And Brand's going to run it himself. He runs it up the middle, and he's going to get 4 or 5 yards, spinning his way all the way up there.
Quarterback Ryan Brand keeps the ball. Colin Payne made the tackle.
That was the old, it looked like it was a design quarterback draw this time, and he found the horse between the guard and the tackle, and he picked up about 2 yards, and then struggled for the next 3. He got 5 yards on there. Good strong run. It was a good offensive series so far for Jesuit.
Yeah, Jesuit can do it. Really, it's 3 key players, Kirkland, Brand, and then they have Nelson on the outside. And there's Kirkland there with the ball carrier. He runs up, gets another 2 yards. It'll be about 3rd. Well, actually, it's going to bring up 4th down, I believe. Trying to keep it
3rd. They got a 1st down on the
Yes, they did. 3rd and 3 now with a little over 9 minutes to play. Jesuit now switching sides, moving plays around. Saline doing the same thing, defending them. Going to set up a offense with 1 running back, 3 wide receivers to the far side. Nothing on the short side closest to us. Saline leads 7-0 early in the first quarter. And there's the ball. Brand hands it off, and he's going to get the 1st down and more as he shovels those Hornets back. A good, probably 15-yard carry there by Kirkland.
Well, they found some holes in the center of that line, and this is the Saline defense that we've been used to seeing early on in the football game, Josh. But as I said earlier, they get tougher and tougher as the game goes along.
That's very true, and now it's been over 100 minutes since the team has scored on Saline. And there's Kirkland again. Gets about 5 yards on that 1st down play.
definitely working the middle of that Saline defensive line. And it looks like they're having some success off of the offensive line. Some good blocking in there, opening up those holes for 3 and 4. But Saline does close the hole pretty quick.
Yes, they do. Saline, one of only 25 teams in the Class A to have either one or no losses on the season. They are 7-1 coming into this ball game tonight. 92 playoff points, and there's Brand, goes for the shovel pass, but keeps it himself, runs it up. Only about a yard or two. We'll bring up now 3rd and short for Jesuit. And yeah, Jesuit, that record doesn't really show off how good they are because they've played some tougher teams.
You look at some of those opponents that they've played, and those are powerhouse teams in the Detroit area and in the Catholic League in Detroit. It's a pretty tough competition. It's a big 3rd down play here, but I do believe they're in 4-down territory as they approach that no man's land at the 30.
And there's takes the ball and still going, still trying to get towards that 1st down marker, but I believe he's going to be stopped.
Yeah, he's gonna get a first
maybe
down.
The word, that's...
Headlines says 4th down.
Oh, he's got it marked out there. I saw it where
I thought he was going to have a better mark there. He didn't give him a very good spot on that one, Josh.
4th and 1, as you heard the PA announcer here at Saline say it. And they're going for it. They're looking at least to the sideline. We're going to see if they're going to go ahead and push this. Coming into the game, as I said, 92.083 playoff points. In the AP poll on the 21st, they were tied for 7th in Division I, and we are getting a 4th down. They're going to go for it. They line up pretty much, and Brand's going to push it himself, and I believe he does get it, Al.
Second effort, because they had him stopped short of the line of scrimmage, but he just continued to plow his way forward.
So for me, it's hard to look at the two teams, one with a losing record and then Saline at 7-1. The way I looked at it is playoff points, and pretty much Jesuit, the only team they've lost, the only team that has a losing record is Detroit Catholic Central. Other than that, everybody else is either 8-0, 7-1, or 6-2. Detroit Country Day at 500 at 4-4. So they played some very tough opponents. Nationally ranked 2,545th overall. They've played some very tough opponents, and this is a scary game for Saline. And there's Brand with the ball. He's going to hand off to the quarterback, and he was tackled before he could. And that whole Saline, all that old lineman and the linebacker got through the line, and they take him down, and that's going to be out.
Well, Josh, the problem with that play is that they got out of timing because he had to jump up on a very high snap. He's lucky he caught the snap, and of course that threw the whole play out of timing. It really didn't give Kirkland a chance to do what he needed to do on that play.
2nd and 13 now on the 30-yard line on their side of the field. Jesuit with the rollout pass. Puts his running back out in the flat. He makes one guy miss, two guys miss. He goes towards the center of the field, and his tackle is going to get him to be 3rd and about 4. 3rd and about 4 or 5 here. Good job there by the Jesuit to get that.
Ooh, he did not get a very good spot.
Yeah, and back
That's
in
5 at least there.
All right, Jesuit now 3rd and 5, and it looks like they're lining up 3 wide receivers out here to the short side, 2 running backs in the backfield. You got to look for him to run it himself. And they were letting that clock wind under over 5 minutes now. Saline in a 4-3 defense with the safeties to that side. And here's the ball. Tight, it's brought back, and wow, they get the 1st down. That was a great run there.
So they've been closing those holes up pretty fast, but they've got some hard running backs that just keep piling along. They picked up 8 more there.
Yep, 1st and 10 now. Under 5 minutes around the 14-yard line, and now we're going to have to see as they one wide receiver out. They put the big set in. Up under center, he gets the ball, hands it off to his running back. That's Kirkland with it.
Yes, that was a power running game that time.
Yeah.
They had a full house backfield.
Yes, they did.
He gained a yard before
Got one.
Stephen Slattery.
Looking around the red division, Saline needs to take away the crown. Other games going on. We have Bedford at Consortium College Prep.
Who's Bedford got tonight?
Consortium College Prep, and then we have Pioneer Lincoln.
That could be a tough game.
And then Dearborn Skyline. That's in the red division. We'll take a look at the red, the games going on tonight.
And the other thing to remember, Josh, too, is that there's 4 losses on that Bedford kicking mule team.
That's true.
And you better be 5-4 if you want any hope of getting in.
And Saline does a great job there after takes the ball and just pretty much 5-6 guys got through that line, took them down. Yeah, looking at Bedford, they're 4-4, 124th. Right now they have 54 points, playoff points, so they're going to need some help. They're going to have to win tonight and also get some help from some other schools around.
Yeah, and they got to hope that there's not enough 6-3 qualifiers.
Very true, yeah. Warner Shores was the first game against Saline. They're now 8th ranked with 95 points. How tough they were. Monroe, they have they're 51st right now in the state, 81 points. And then Jesuit, 75th.
Well, because Bedford and Saline will be in the same district.
Very true. And there's a pass. It's going to go over top of everyone and out of the back of the end zone. And that was a pass from Ryan Brand.
And the field goal team's going to come out.
Yeah.
We'll get a kick here. It's going to be, what, about 29-yard field goal, 29 or 30.
Well, we'll see if they breaks that streak of minutes without allowing a point.
See where he sets the tee down there. Just about 20 yards. I'm going to follow 20 yards.
And here's the kick. It's up. And it's off the crossbar. It's off the post, the far post from us. And bounces back and forth play. It continues. There's 10 minutes and 8 seconds added on. It's now been 106 minutes and 30 seconds since any team has scored on Saline. Big accomplishment against the teams they have played in, and Jesuit was a team I was talking with Magic Mike back in there pushing the 1s and 2s, and this could be a scary team. Don't look at the record. If you look at the record, I think you're going to be shocked on how good this team is. But they do really.
That's a very solid football team.
They have about really 3 key players on their team, and here we go. And Saline with their first play of this drive. And Josh Jackson there. He held on to that. He did get through that first line of defense, but he was taken down after that. And they line up. This is the Saline normal offense. They line up 4 wide receivers, 2 to each side, 1 running back. Looks like Kevin Gross in the backfield, and there he is. He's going to take that and get about 3 yards.
I think Gross got all of that on his own, falling forward that time. The hole just wasn't there. He got caught by the ankle and got down, but they got a couple of yards, and they'll have a 2nd and 3.
Yeah, Gross, 3 touchdowns last week. He has 8 rushing touchdowns this year, 2 receiving, and 23 touchdowns in his career here at Saline.
This is a Saline offense that can score at any time.
Looks over to Coach Palka. Palka's go ahead and make the play. Looks back up. And the big threat on Saline is Wolma, the tight end. I really think he'll be used a lot tonight. And there's Jackson keeps the ball himself. He's going to make it. He's going to break it. Gets to the 40 and 45-yard line before he's taken out. Great run by him. Ready to turn on the Jets.
Well, the more I watch Josh Jackson and the way he handles the ball club when he's in there, and I know a lot of our listeners won't like that I say this, Josh, but he is really as much of a high school replica of Braxton Miller that I've seen.
I love when you say that.
What?
I love when you say that because it's very true, very true. The way he gets out of there and just the way he looks when he's on the ball. And there's a snap, he picks it up, throws it. I don't know if that was some trickery, but it didn't really work. He lost about 7 yards. Kevin Gross with he's out there on the flanker side, but he fumbled the snap, threw it out to Gross, and Gross was tackled right away. Setting up, looks like a screen there, a bubble screen that did not work.
Well, it didn't work because he fumbled the snap and the ball. I mean, he got the pass out there and completed it okay.
Yeah, he did.
Probably would have been better off to not complete it.
Very true.
So instead they lose 4 yards.
2nd and 14 now, under a minute to go in the first quarter, and He makes everyone miss. Jackson, he takes it, and he's down to 30, 25, 20. Down at the 15-yard line. And wow, just how fast did he go through the first time his pass the linebackers make it back there to the safeties within seconds. And got through that line fast. A great blocking runner by Saline.
And the thing that he did so well on that play, Josh, is the misdirection, the fake. He made that defensive line feel that the running back had the football. And then he just kind of stepped to the right and was wide open.
Very true. And here he goes, and he hands it off to, looks like Gross. Gross does get about a yard or two. Very tough runner. We saw him turn it down last week also, and he is taken down.
That'll about do it for the first quarter here. So we've got a 7-0 football game after one quarter.
Yeah, 10 seconds and the clock's ticking, but they are going to line up. They're going to try to get one more play away for Saline. 5, 4, 3, 2, and they got it off. And Jackson will keep it himself. He gets fast line up to about the 10 before he's hauled down. And yes, that is the end of the first quarter. Saline, another 12 minutes on that scoreless streak. Saline 7, UD Jesuit nothing. It's the end of the first quarter, and we'll be back. Listen, 1290 WLEY.
Barbecue has a new home. Introducing Wendy's Barbecue Pulled Pork Sandwich. Okay, when, honey? I need a snack for soccer.
The Brave for Ben campaign kicked off this week to show support for Ben as he courageously. We'd like to thank the Brave for Ben supporters for walking the Big Game Parade with Get Well signs for Ben. Our wishes for a speedy recovery to Ben and his family, and we can't wait to see you back at school, Ben Healy.
High School, Hornet Stadium, first and 1290 WLBY's Game of the Week. It's brought to you by Meyer, proud supporter of Sweden High School football. Also Wendy's, their pulled pork sandwich, and don't forget LaFontaine, Chrysler, Jeep Dodge, and Saline. So 7-0. Al, what have you seen so far in the first quarter of that?
Well, I have seen a faster start for this Saline defense than we've seen in previous weeks. And the offense is about like they always are. They just grind it right away.
And here we go with the first play of the second quarter. It's going to be thrown out of the back of the end zone.
I think he threw that one away. Everybody was covered out there.
And he was rushing away from his from the edge player there that got to him.
I don't know if we mentioned it or not, Josh, but tonight is homecoming.
Homecoming, so.
Now, it's very unusual. I don't remember a homecoming being somebody's last football game of the season, but they had a schedule as such that they didn't want to have homecoming against some of their big games. And they had to save it. And then, of course, they were on the road for 2 or 3 weeks.
All right, here comes the field goal unit for Saline. They're on the field. They're lined up. The kick is up and good. No. Wow.
Wide right.
Shocked at that one. Me. Yeah. That looked like that was up and good, but I guess.
So both teams have driven the field now and missed field goals.
Yeah, both missed one, but that was close.
But the biggest thing was Saline had that early strike that diced it to Polka, 37 yards, first play of the game, and that's the 7 points on the board.
Yes, it is.
So the Cubs will take over here now at the 20-yard line.
So what we do not know about next week's playoffs, we will have it here at 1290 WLBY. Against who? We'll find out very soon. I'll let you know as soon as we find out. But we're more likely going to be here at Hornet Stadium, and The rollout by Brand, he throws it complete. And that is going to go to Haddad, Joseph Haddad, who is a senior. He's tight end, plays wide receiver also for Jesuit. Great grab there, and that was a first down for them.
I get the feeling that they are very much a balanced football team, between putting the ball in the air and running it on the ground. And they had some success on the ground, but the real success that they've had so far in this game is through the air. But now they're going to take a timeout. They didn't quite have the right personnel on the field, and they didn't want to risk it there at the 33-yard line.
Right. Well, what I've noticed, Al, is really it goes from Brandon, it goes either to Kirkland, they have Haddad, and they also have Nelson out there that really can get the ball. And those guys are your key guys. If they can stop those 3-4 players, you may have nothing else to worry about. Well, it's easier said than done.
Yes.
Yeah. And last week, they scored 14 points against the number 2 ranked school, Brother Rice.
Well, he's thrown the ball 6 times, Josh, with 3 completions, and the completions were good, sharp, on-target passes. So the other ones were pretty bad.
Yeah, well, last week, 14 for 22, like I said, 207, had a touchdown interception against Brother Rice. So they do put the ball up, it is balance, as you said, because they did run it, at least 20 times last week, so they try to keep that balance in there, and we're now back from the timeout. And he's going to run, Brand's going to run to his far side, and he throws it, and it's out of bounds.
He threw it away.
Yeah,
good coverage on the far side there by the best defenseman in the Southeast Conference.
Miller?
Tyrone Miller.
Senior. And yeah, I think he just didn't get his footing, and then also just not a pinpoint pass, and that's what you said. It's either they're great or they're horrible.
Tyrone Miller will get my nomination for All-State. He's that good. His numbers aren't that good because they don't throw his way very often.
Right. 4-3 defense for Saline. I walk the far linebacker up to the line. He backs out, though. Brand takes the pass, and he does complete it over the middle of the field and taken down at the 50-yard line. That's going to be a first down for Jesuit. And that was Cedric Meatby, the wide receiver junior, 6'2", 175 for Jesuit. And they're moving the ball, and they're on the 50, and they're lined up already and ready to go. Saline.
And they run similar offense as far as checking the plays, and they are a no-huddle team. Not a hurry-up team, but a no-huddle team.
Correct. Brandnell talking to Kirkland in the backfield. Shotgun snap, takes it, and he hands it off to Kirkland, who gets about 3-4 yards before he's taken down. And he is stopped at about 4-yard gain. Looking to stop them here and keep this score streak going. Now another minute and a half added on to that.
What's the streak at?
Over 108 minutes now.
Is that a school record? I would presume that it is.
We'll say it is, Alan.
Let's say it's a shutout season.
Yeah, I'll look back in the history books before playoffs, but I would believe so. And Brandon gives the handoff right away, and Kirkland makes one guy miss, gets all the way to the 30-yard line before he's taken down. Another first down for Jesuit.
Well, they have certainly been making this. Saline defense bend. Let's see if they can drive it all the way through and break it this time.
Yeah, Jesuit comes in on the year scoring 21.8 points per game. Saline coming in with the 40. They do have 3 games of 49-0. And there's a little trick play to an open receiver in the end zone, and it is caught. Wow, halfback pass there. Hiked it, gave it to him. He ran out and stopped, threw it to the end zone. And as he was falling back into the end zone, caught it. And that is now 7-6. Saline still up with the extra point coming here in the second quarter with under 10 minutes to go.
That was a perfectly thrown pass, too, by Kirkland that time.
Yeah.
He just made a great throw. And he caught the Saline secondary sleeping.
Yeah, Targalia with the touchdown reception. And here comes the extra point for Jesuit. Line up. Snap, the hold, the good. It's up. And it is good. They now tie game here. It's their first points. Stops at 9:34. 9:34 in the game. In the second quarter, and that snaps that scores streak. There you go, Al. Don't have to worry about the score streak anymore. I'm going to do the official math on that.
All right. They scored at 9:34 to go.
Right, so we got 2 plus 9. And it comes to 110 minutes and 48 seconds.
Wow.
That's pretty good. Playing 48-minute games.
Yeah, now it's time now. They got to buckle down now on defense. And I still believe, this team continues to strengthen itself on defense as the game goes along. And, Coach Polk is very good at halftime adjustments. And so my opinion is Jesuit better get them now.
Right. Well, and you see Coach Polk around with his offense talking to him. The good thing about that is a trick play. Yeah, you don't want to see that happen, but you would rather have that than a good 10 drive, and then they get down there and just can't
give
stop
Jesuit credit. They tried a trick play.
It worked.
And it worked.
And here's the kickoff from Jesuit. It's all the way back to the 5-yard line, and he's going to take it out. Gets to the 20, and tries to get around the corner, but is taken out at the 23-yard line. And that is
That's Chris Mercer.
Chris Mercer. Great job by him. He tried to make the corner, just Jesuit did catch up to him before he would get there. And they were taken out. 9:27 to go.
That's one of the better kick coverages that I've seen against Saline this year. Usually Saline, if they get the ball going 10, 15 yards, they go.
Very true, Al. Now we'll see what Saline's offense can do.
Thiessen's back in at quarterback for this series.
Tyson back. Falco runs past him, and they're going to throw it out to him. He goes to the 20, 25, and gets to the 30 before he's taken down. To the Tyson there. And, yeah, they run 2 guys in. It's Jackson. They have so many quarterbacks on this team. With Jackson, Tyson, and Travis Brown, my favorite Hornet. Usually the second half quarterback. And there we go, Tyson again.
This side.
And it's intercepted by number 6. Looks like A.J. Thomas. A.J. Thomas with the interception there.
Jesuit picks it off at the 30-yard line, so now they got a short field.
Yes, they do.
Not the kind of interception that you think of on an interception. That ball was caught and juggled and popped way in the air.
Yep.
And the Jesuit young man had no choice but to just catch it.
Yeah, and it's Haddad with the interception, not Thomas. 6 or 5, I thought it was the number 6, but it was number 5, Haddad, who does play wide receiver tight end for Jesuit. So, receiver catches the ball.
Let's see if they take advantage of it. Do they go for the jugular right away?
And here's the snap by Brand. Ran into his running back. He's going to keep it himself. He gets to the 25 before he's taken down. And this is going to be, myself, I've not seen Saline without a lead this year. Myself, I know, Al, you've been to more games than I have been calling more games. We'll see how they do with this adversity, being tied at 7-7, and a team now on the 25 and driving. Going in the 4-3.
Saline really needs to stop here.
4 wide receivers out. Another high snap, but Brandon pulls it down. Throws it deep to the end zone. It's to the corner and dropped.
Tell you what, that young man's got an arm. He wasn't even threatening when that over.
Yeah, and Nelson barely tried to tried to look at his feet to keep him in the end zone. If he had another yard or 2 in that backfield, he probably would be able to hold it in and another touchdown. Nelson's a scary guy. He's one of those 3 guys I've named. At 172 yards last week versus Brother Rice.
Randy Thomas comes in. First time I've seen him on the field tonight for the Jesuit. Ryan Brand still up under center. Well, he's going to back up now.
Right, well, Saline now with 4 linemen and a linebacker right up on the line, and he backs out. So now 4 linemen, 4-3 defense. Another high snap. That's a third straight high snap. And it's going to be taken down. Well, not getting really anything back to the line of scrimmage.
He's going to bring up a 4th and 4. Are they going to kick a field goal again? Are they going to go for it?
Well, you see,
one thing they're going to have to do is settle their snapper down.
Yeah.
They've had 4 or 5 of those high snaps that Brand has had to jump and catch.
Well, it looks like they're going to go for it. 4 wide receivers out there, only changed 1 man from the play. Brand is going to be up under quarterback now. He takes it out into the snap. Got Kirkham behind him. Saline with the 4-3 again, and Brand's going to run to the far side of the field, throws it out there, and it's caught. It's caught for a first down. Mike Tataglia with the reception there. He was a senior, 5'10", 170 pounds, went up for that ball, pulled it in, got his foot down, and first down. And you see Coach Falk and his staff there not happy with that. But
he needed 6 and he got 7.
Yeah, a great catch by him. There's nothing to do to defend that any better than what was there. So up and over to the point where the only person who's going to be able to catch that was Tataglia, and he did pull it in for the first down.
Brand seems to have good control of this offense.
Another high snap, but Brand pulls it in, and now he's running around in the backfield, and he's going to get 2 yards, maybe 3 yards. That play was broken up right away.
Well, the high snaps just ruined that play altogether. He's lucky that he was able to catch it. He batted it with one hand with the other, and he was able to catch it. And then he never really was able to find the receiver for the running for his life.
Do you think
still gained a yard?
Do you think a team would change up? No, hey, we're going to play Saline. Let's go to the shotgun, because it looks like he's having a lot of trouble there getting it back to the quarterback Brand.
Yeah, either let him move back another yard.
Yeah. Exactly, yeah, they come down perfect.
Well,
2 wide receivers.
He's going to go under center now.
Yep, he goes up. Shouldn't have a problem with this. A little trickery, he throws it out to Kirkland, who's running there. Gets to about the 11-yard line. Kirkland there started as a flanker, ran around as he was in motion. Didn't look like he was running parallel with the line of scrimmage, but now the official calling that.
5 yards. They're looking at a 35 here.
35, going right into that Saline band. What a great band. We'll hear a lot from them later on, but yeah, they're going right into that band. It's going to be tough. That should be cranking that music out. Trying to get Jesuit off cue.
I think you're going to, for what it's worth, I think Jesuit's going to power the ball twice on the ground here.
You think so?
If they don't get the first down in this play.
Well, they got 2 wide receivers out, 2 backs in the backfield. Tight end. They're going with some wishbone action, and Brand throws it over the top, and wow, I don't know if you call that an interception, or no, you call that a flag for the interference, as I meant to say, and there's a flag on the goal line.
Flag?
Yeah, a flag right there. You see the official pick it up, and it's going to be defensive interference there.
Wow.
And yeah. Well, yeah, I kind of thought the 3 guys that were around him, one guy, the first guy kind of got in his way, didn't let him get to the ball.
I didn't know whether that one should have been called or not. But it was, so it is.
It very, very true.
Ask Notre Dame.
Yeah. We see Travis Brown running through the game for Saline.
Like getting them the automatic first down, that's the problem.
True. 6, and there looks like now they're going to the power running game that you were asking for, Al, now on this play. 1 wide receiver far out, and it's probably they're gonna probably keep Tyrone Moore at bay doing that. And then
they got Bryce Brand, the big sophomore in there as a blocking back.
Here comes Brand. He's up under center, takes a snap, he hands it off to Kirkland. Kirkland gets to the 5, the 4, the 3, and he stopped right there.
He ran that right over Brand's back that time. I wonder if that's the quarterback's brother. He's a sophomore, but he's a big kid.
Yes, he is.
They're going to line up in the same formation.
Brand plays defensive tackle, nose guard, sophomore 6'1", 260. The quarterback Brand takes the next snap, and they're pushing it up about the 2, but Saline stops them. And it's going to be set up about the 2-yard line now. We'll see what they're going to do here.
Pretty much the same play last time, right behind.
Yeah.
Well, what I do now is I run it again, only I give the ball to Brand this time.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see them doing that. I would think maybe bounce it the outside because at that point the Saline did not stay home. They could have got that bounce that outside and easily walked that in.
Well, the big guy's still there, and the I formation is still the up back. I'm going to take a timeout.
Yeah, timeout. Jesuit takes the timeout there. Smart thing to do. 3rd and 3 on the 3.
Well, they ran that play behind the big guy, and they got 4 yards.
Yeah.
And then they lost a yard this time. When they ran it the second time. I think they just want to make sure they're all on the same page. So you like the timeout.
But what I look at it is, once you get close to the goal line, you can't go anywhere but forward, and that big back, it really has to push you. Use all strength, same with the lineman. It's not just, it's very hard to run.
If that's your plan,
yeah,
down there, I give the ball to the big guy.
Well,
but they're not looking for the big guy.
They're not looking for the big guy. I would say probably not in all the preparation I looked at. I did not see him score a touchdown yet this year.
Probably not.
But yeah, I would see why not do it. You're tied at 7. Worst thing is, is this a 4-down territory? You go ahead and kick the field goal if they stop him here.
This is a big play, and the big guy's still in the up back position in the I formation.
The fans here at Hornet Stadium on their feet. The band really egging it on, and Brand, well, I don't know what that was. He gave it to the big guy, but then he tried to pull it back himself. The big guy kept it.
Well, he tried to pull it back, and his brother wouldn't let him pull it back.
Right, and he was stopped. Loss of 3. It's now 4th and 6 on the 6. And then the field goal unit come in for Jesuit. 7-7 the score here. Trying to go up by 3. And a player out. It's Travis Brown, I believe. Comes the 23-yard field goal. And
a little bit more than an extra point.
Here's the kick. It's up. And this one is good. 10-7. Jesuit over Saline here. We're here live at Hornet Stadium. I'm Josh Ziegler alongside Al Fellhauer. We're listening to 1290's high school game of the week. This
is the latest in the game in many a week, guys, that Saline has trailed in the football game.
Yeah, a couple scores coming in. 7-7 between Dearborn and Skyline. And Airport is up 14-7 over Tecumseh. And also Chelsea 14-0 over Hazlitt. Those scores coming in from Magic Mike in our 12-9.
What was that first score you gave?
Yeah, 7-7 between Dearborn and Skyline.
Skyline might win a game.
Well, as you said earlier, they both have lost all 8 of their games each side, so...
Well, that's Dexter.
Oh, no, that's right. That's Dexter. They're playing Northwest.
Skyline's lost all 8 of theirs.
Yeah, they've lost all 8 of theirs. They're playing a 4-4 team in Dearborn. And here we go, the kickoff now. 4 minutes exactly to go. Jesuit 10, Saline 7. And here comes the kick at the 40, goes back. And you see him backing up all the way into the end zone. That's going to be a touchback there. And number 3-4, Saline.
Well, Saline gets the ball back now at the 20-yard line. Trailing. With 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. So we'll see what they're made of here on homecoming night from Saline High School. As the Cubs come roaring back and they score 10 unanswered points.
Yeah, that's, like I said, this is going to be a tough game. One, if you look at the records, you're going to look at it as, all right, this is a team that we should be able to beat. Difference is, the last 2 games Saline's played, Huron and Skyline, both shut them out 49-0. Jesuit coming off a 38-14 loss to Brother Rice.
Jesuit is a team that their nickname doesn't fit.
Right, no, I know. Every time you say it, I'm
Jesuit
like,
Cubs?
Yeah. Big
like
fans of Chicago Cubs.
I don't like that.
All right, well, we'll get that vote later. And there's a pass down the side, and it is dropped. Wow. That is crazy. That is crazy how he dropped that. He was pretty much open by 3 yards on all sides of him and just looked forward before he had the ball in.
And Jackson actually, he had that pass completed,
Yeah,
and he didn't hold on to it. I thought he had it, actually.
yeah, I just thought he was bobbling all the way and he looked forward because he knew he
And
had.
Cameron Cole was looking around for running room before he tucked the ball away.
And here's another snap. Thrown over the middle, and that one's a little too hot for the receiver. And Cameron Cole now, the senior wide receiver, played at Pioneer his first couple years.
They got a long 3rd and 10 to go here, and they've only run 11 seconds off of that clock.
Yeah.
And I can't believe that they want to give the ball back already.
So that's kind of shocking to what we saw last. Like it kind of goes back on what I was saying earlier.
I think
the
they're
games they
going
played.
to draw here with Gross.
Yeah, Ross, we saw not just a power back, but a speed back last week.
He won't do it because it's 10 yards.
And here he goes out, pumps once, throws it to the outside, but is it caught? Is it inbound? Yes, it is. Yep, there's Jeb Bracco. Makes that catch as he's falling out of bounds at the 42-yard line. And that is a first down and 3:41. And yeah, I saw what you saw, is that they ran 2 plays in 11 seconds. It's like, wow, is this, without...
Now I think they go back to the ground a little bit.
I think so also. 3:41 to go. As last week we saw them score within a minute. They have the offense to do that. The speed of the offense.
Although with Josh Jackson in there, you tend to want to run something wide or throw the football.
And there's Jackson, throws it across the middle, and it's dropped by Chris Mercer. Mercer there had that one hit his hands.
That's the most drop balls in Saline all season.
Yeah.
Who dropped that one?
Mercer. And now Saline looking to get their offense in order, and Jesuit already up to the line and ready. So they're on the 4-3 defense themselves. Sam is Saline, who's been running most of the night tonight. 2 wide receivers to the far side of the field, 1 to the short side. Jackson in the quarterback, and there's Gross, hands it off underneath, keeps it himself. He's going to get through the line to the 50, 45, 40 before he's taken down. Great job there. Be able to get through that first line, break a couple tackles, get there.
The 7th rushing play of the night. That really only ran 16 plays as opposed to 35. And a lot of those definitely good judgment.
Soon ready, and Jesuit really tried to jump that snap. Have 4 linemen down, 2 linebackers tried to get in those gaps as soon as possible. Now they're soon looking over to the sideline. Coach Falcon looking to get that play called in after they see the defensive
5
Jesuit.
seconds. They're going to timeout or get the play off. The time is up.
And there it is.
Did not get it off.
A little too long there.
So now they'll have a 1st and 15.
First 15, push them back. Yes, they tried. Just couldn't run the players in and out that they needed to.
That just gives Jackson more room to work.
Yeah. And here we go, 4 wide receivers, 2 to each side. Jackson gets ready at the 50-yard line, takes the snap, and throws as a defender hits him. He gets it out to the outside. Cameron Cole there with the catch, gets about 10 yards, but now it's going to be 3rd and 15. 2nd and 15, actually. 2:35 to go. Soon rushes to the line.
Plenty of time.
Yeah, plenty of time. They just don't know anything but rush. And here comes a receiver in motion. Jackson keeps himself, but he's going to be taken down by 2 Jesuit players right away.
Well, they were looking for Jackson that time.
Yep. And he's dropped for a loss. Now going to back them up. And almost to the 2-minute mark. Jesuit up 10-7 over Saline.
Well, their first order of business here, Josh, they got to pick up the first down. Then they're going to have to step up the pace a little bit.
Yeah. 1 receiver towards us, 2 to the far side, 1 running back in. He's going to stay in and block. Jackson's going to keep it himself. He's going to miss his run, but the middle
ran
linebacker.
into the umpire.
Yeah.
Still managed to get the first down.
Yeah, he didn't tackle him as hard as he should have.
He ran right into the umpire that time.
Well, it's sometimes
And that would have stopped him short.
That's true. The best blocker you have sometimes is that umpire there in the backfield or in the around there in the behind the defense. I thought it was an actual player when I first saw it that he was going to be taken down hard. I was wondering why the guy was running from him.
Now they have urgency.
They have urgency with a minute 40 and the clock's running.
And this is what Josh Jackson's very good at.
Jackson went for the snap in the shotgun formation, takes it, going to hand it off to Gross. Gross is going to get a yard before he's dragged down.
Give that high snap, Josh, through the whole timing of the play.
Yep, and timeout Saline. Called that as soon as he was taken down with a minute 22 to go here. I'd like to see them maybe throw one real deep. Try to make sure that Jesuit's team doesn't all guard that line. Try to throw one deep towards the end zone and see what they can do with that. I did this last week against the inferior Skyline team, and it worked.
I think this is where you hit folks with deep. He has the ability to get open and get down there.
So you see the band going over there too. So getting ready for halftime. It is homecoming here.
And it'll be a long halftime.
A long halftime.
So we'll get a lot of commercials.
Get all our commercials that we need to. Big thanks to Wendy's, and don't forget tomorrow at 11:30 the countdown to kickoff on our brother station Sports Talk 1050 WTK leads you all the way up to the start of the game. Michigan State live from Spartan Stadium. Well, Saline comes off the timeout. They look like they're poised ready to go. Jesuit really didn't do anything during the timeout, but stand around and wait for Saline to get back on the field.
I think the secondary is going to play man.
Two wide receivers all the way, really lengthening the field here. We see maybe Walma. This would be a good time for Walma to get free, but Jackson's going to keep it himself, and he gets about 2 yards, a big takedown.
Can't do it every time.
Jesuit, minute 17 to go. And once he puts it down, the clock's going to start rolling. Yep. Now 3rd and 10.
Yeah, now he's going to have to go to the rear. But this is where he's dangerous, too.
He is, but the way I look at it is they maybe use the timeout here also. You can't keep him. He's going to roll to this side with the three wide receivers out. He throws it out, and it is caught. And I'm not sure.
Well, he did not get a first down.
Not get a first down.
Out of bounds, so they're going to take a timeout.
Yep. And
you got about 8. Somewhere.
52 seconds to go until halftime, and now we're going to see another timeout by Saline.
Got a good spot on the ball. Spotted there at the 21-yard line. So he's got, it's 4th down.
It is 4th down, 4th and 1. 10-7, Jesuit leads
They got
Saline.
a timeout left. Well, I run the ball here and call my timeout. And then I can throw the ball to the end zone for a timeout.
Right. I like the play call there.
And as dangerous as this Saline football team is, that would be my strategy.
Saline will be playing next week in the playoffs. We'll have it here on 12-9.
That's on Fox Sports Detroit tomorrow night. You know what time?
No, 6? I thought they do it later. Yeah, it's about 6 o'clock. They'll announce those. It's Class A Saline. They'll be announced pretty soon, right away. Only 25 teams with 1 or 0 losses in Division 1. And, well, they tried to get the ball away.
Under center, but what happened?
Jesuit takes their last time out of the half after seeing pretty much the whole play. I mean, they just ran their play.
Well, you got my favorite thing, back-to-back timeouts.
Yes. And why is that your favorite thing?
Because it's boring. That's why. I mean, you just talked to them. What are you going to tell them again now?
Right. Well, they're going to probably change up the play now after they showed what they were going to run after that timeout was called.
I stick with my plan, though, so I think I power this ball forward for the 1st down, and then I use my last timeout because you know as well as I do what will happen is if he bowls his way up and gets the 1st down, they're going to be very slow getting up off of him. They want that clock to start back up again.
Yeah. No, I see what you're saying with that one. Phil Howard drives Zinke on the call for the Saline High School game of the week. This week, Jesuit that comes to Saline. Jesuit. They are 2-6 on the year, 0-4 in their league. Tough years for them. They're playing some tough balls, tough teams, and here's the 4th down snap. Here's Dave to him, and he's going to get the first down.
Now they get the timeout for the first down.
Yep. And
48 seconds, maybe they don't need to use the time.
well, one timeout. They're going to hang on to that. They're lined up and ready to go at the 18. And he's talking to his line. 6 guys, and Walma, I believe, is at the end of that line. 3 wide receivers out to the far side. Jackson takes the snap, and he's going to throw deep to the end zone.
65.
Wow. That was to Walma.
You got to give Josh Jackson credit there. He was throwing that football so that nobody could get it,
Right.
except his receiver, and it was going to be out of the end of the end.
And I like what they did there with 3 wide receivers there. They have Walma at the end of the line so he could be used as a blocker and then runs it straight.
They got 32 seconds left.
Yeah.
And they've got
18 yards
down.
18 yards to go, or 2nd and 10 on the 18 with 32 seconds. Jesuit up 10-7. Thank Meyer, proud sponsor of Saline High School football. And here we go, Jackson. Same set formation, and he's going to bounce. Almost gets sacked in the backfield, but throws it to close to a first down. And
they're going to have to use their timeout because he's not going to get the first down.
23 seconds to go.
The clock. Yeah, they called it time.
Timeout, Saline.
I thought that time Josh Jackson had plenty of real estate to run. That was wide open. He'd have got at least the first down. But the ball moved to the 9-yard line. It's 3rd down and a foot.
10-7. No running clock out. Sorry about that. Both teams have used all their timeouts this half. So 23 seconds to go. Jesuit leads 10-7. So what do you see on this play? What do you think they're going to do? 3rd and 1 on the 9.
They're out of timeouts.
Yep. Give it to Gross.
They got to throw it to the end zone.
Oh.
No, I think they got to throw it.
Oh, 3rd and 1. That's what I was looking at. Maybe run it, get the first down.
If they'll that'll stop the clock, though, and then spike it. Yeah, that could happen. Yeah, give the ball to Gross. Tell that line to open the hole up. Get Gross up there.
Yeah, or have Gross run up as a blocker in Jackson. We've seen him do very well tonight. And here we go.
You'll have time if you get the first down. Well, you don't get the first down, you're dead in the water.
Here's a key play, and they go ahead and blitz. Somebody throws it, and it is a first down at the 7-yard line. Jeb Parker with the catch as he was running out of bounds. Great job by Jackson there because he was 2 guys in his face.
Well, they definitely blitzed on that one. They wanted to ensure that he didn't have time to throw that football.
18 seconds to go. 1st and 7 on the 7. They trail by 3. And here we go now. Only 5 linemen. Jackson run back 4 wide receivers, and we're going to see looks like a now 3-4 defense by Jesuit, and they blitz again. Throws it up, and he's going to be out of bounds. A little bit of hand action there between the defensive back and the Roman, the tight end.
Very well covered that time.
Yeah. He caught it, but he was 2 yards out of bounds, so now it is 2nd and 7 on the 7.
But again, he has to be careful when he throws that ball because he doesn't want to get it intercepted down there.
Very true. Got him to see that.
Only Mercer could catch the football.
Yeah, Roma there, and 13 seconds to go, and here's the next snap. They blitz one more time, get it to him, and it's close in the air, knocks on the pylon. Touchdown, Saline! Great job there. So Gross gets the touchdown. Let's see who it is. First one of the tight end actually makes that catch. Roma's starting to become maybe my favorite player, overtaking Travis Brown. What that tight end that can get out there and make the play. Roughing the passer.
Take it on the kickoff. I don't think they take it now.
Right. Yeah, there's no use doing it now.
I did not catch that.
I did not. I was looking at Walmart getting that pylon, knocking it down. Now 13-10, Saline over Jesuit. 8 seconds to go, and the extra point is up. It's good. 14-10 now, Saline. And well, there's a penalty there, but it's not going to count for too much other than he's going to try to kick a field goal.
Well, this young man kicks it.
Yeah.
You might kick it over the roof now. 15 yards back down.
It's going to be placed pretty close to the 50-yard line. Light hit. Great job there. And I'll take our sponsors. Wendy's Barbecue Pulled Pork Sandwich. You can stop at Wendy's, get yourself one. It's one of the best sandwiches around. Tastes like you home made it. We'll have one of those right now. But long-haired Mike, I think he left and went to go get himself an actual pulled pork sandwich. Haven't seen him in some time.
Well, what do you do here, Josh? I think you squib the ball down there so that the clock will run out.
You know, I tell your kicker to kick it through the uprights.
I don't want to kick.
He's going to kick it at the 45 of their side of the field.
Yeah, I just squib it along. And that's
Well,
you want those 8 seconds to run off.
What about an onside kick? Hopefully you recover it and kick a field goal.
Well, you'd have to get the offense out there very, very quickly and spike the football.
Well, no, you could do it because it would be the change. 8 seconds, maybe 2 or 3 would go off on the onside kick.
I think he's going to squib it down.
Yeah. At the 45 of their side after the penalty of roughing the passer. So this is going to be a field goal try pretty much for no points. And yep, you're right.
And they did the onside.
And with 5 seconds to go, and it looks like Saline celebrating. They might have got that ball, and they are going to give it to.
Who'd they give it to?
Yeah.
I haven't seen a signal yet.
I think they're ready for half.
Well, they want to make sure it went 10 yards.
They're going to have to review this now.
And they're going to say, no, it didn't go 10 yards. Well, that's it. They're putting the ball right down there at the 36-yard line.
The defense for...
And it's a 9-yard.
Yep.
Somebody touched the ball before it got to 10 yards. So we have 5 seconds. But if you kick it deep, you're still going to have the kickoff.
Yeah.
And they're going to have the ball to 20. So they gained 16 yards on this.
So 5 seconds ago, more likely to take a knee here and take it to halftime.
That will be the last play of the half unless Byron penalty.
The officials there went and looked at Brad Alsmus, and Alsmus said that not to go ahead and give that to him, so no replay there. And going to go ahead and Jesuit. The defense is on the field, they run off, and now going to get this, but more likely we'll see prevent defense for Saline as they put 4 guys up. Everyone else is going to go back as far as possible, and more likely see Brand come out and take a knee, but you never know. This is high school football.
Well, this is not a knee formation.
No, it is not. They're going to look for a run, and we've said he has a power arm, and nope, Brand's going to take it, hand it off to Kirkland, he gets around the edge, the 40, 45, and down at the 50, but that is going to be the end of the half, barring any penalties, and it looks like everybody's happy with that play call. So right at the end of the second quarter, Saline 14, U of D Jesuit 10. You're listening to 1290 High School Game of the Week.
Broadcasting from the suburban Chevy Cadillac Studios.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Saline High School homecoming game. We are pleased to welcome all Saline alumni, students, staff, administration, community members, and guests back home for the festivities. Saline Area School family is proud of its heritage and is pleased to present this homecoming show based on those traditions. To all alumni, welcome home. To kick off the homecoming festivities, we would like to present the 196-member Saline High School marching band under the direction of Mr. Nate Lampman and featuring drum majors Tyler Connors and Matt Heaney. If you look on the side, far side of the field, you'll see that the SHS student body has completed their class floats. The theme for this year's float competition was Vintage Carnival. Class floats were judged on craftsmanship, creativity, class participation, and thematic design. Judges were selected from the Saline High School faculty and the community at large. We congratulate all the classes for their teamwork and creativity in putting their class floats together. Please join me in congratulating the students, class advisors, and parents on a job well done. In the class of 2018, we have Dunk Tank, Dunk 'em. In the class of 2017, the Strength of Saline, Crush the Cubs. From the class of 2016, it's the Great Varsity Speaks, Your Fate is Sealed. And from the class of 2015, the Ring of Fire, We Can Take the Heat, Light 'em Up Hornets. Special thanks go to the class advisors for all of their help this week. For the freshmen, they're advised by Carolyn Pepper and Chris Trainer. The sophomores are advised by Ariane Fink and Beth Levea. The junior class is advised by Madeline Clark and Sherry Hurwitz. And the senior class is advised by Megan Tiernan and Michael Dice. On behalf of the entire Saline High School staff, the Homecoming Committee would like to extend a special thank you to the high school administration. Homecoming is fun, but it's also a product of countless hours of work on behalf of the committee, staff, and students. Without the support of a strong administration, homecoming activities would not be possible. So thank you goes to Principal Julie Helder, Assistant Principals Marie Schwartz and Joe Parker, Consortium Director Jody Galinsky, and Athletic Director Ron Wright. And now, without further ado, we would like to introduce the 2014 Saline Homecoming Court. On behalf of the student leadership class at CCLA and the Homecoming Committee, who collected and counted coins to determine the winner, we would like to congratulate Mr. Pretty Legs 2014, Garrett Slosky. Garrett is the son of Mary and James Slosky. He is a member of the cross-country, track, and the rec indoor soccer team. He is also a section leader and cello player with the Saline Fiddlers. Garrett plans to study environmental engineering at MSU or Kettering University. Congratulations, Garrett. Mr. Pretty Legs is escorting the 2013 Queen, Ellie Hodges. Ellie is the daughter of Marilyn and Michael Hodges. She is studying speech pathology at Miami University in Oxford, Ohio. She is active in CIU, Kappa Phi sorority, the National Student Speech, Hearing, and Language Association, the Oxford Bible Fellowship, and the Gerontology Club. Welcome home, Ellie. Voting for the homecoming court and queen is held this week at school. The results are as follows. Representing the class of 2018 is Sarah Brannon, the daughter of Carrie and John Brannon. Sarah is on the travel soccer and basketball teams. Sarah is escorted tonight by Paul Piabu, the son of Julie and Scott Piabu. Paul is a member of Saline High School marching band and plays ultimate frisbee. Representing the class of 2017 is Jessa Davis, the daughter of Brian and David Davis. Jessa is a member of the Saline High School marching band and both the cross-country and track teams. She is also a volunteer at her church. Jessa is being escorted by Anthony Heft, the son of Kim and James Heft. Anthony is a member of the SHS Special Olympics team and especially enjoys field hockey and basketball. Representing the class of 2016 is Maggie Schumborg, the daughter of Kelly and Schumborg. Maggie is a member of the National Honor Society, Spanish Club, and the SHS Varsity soccer team. She also works at Benny's Bakery. Escorting Maggie is Kyle Ty. Kyle is the son of Sandra and Greg Ty. Kyle's brother Marshall and his mom Sandra are escorting Kyle tonight. Kyle is a member of FFA, NHS, and the debate teams. And now introducing the homecoming court representatives from the class of 2015. First, Annie Lee, the daughter of Rhea Fang and Chen Shen Lee. Annie is the senior class president, president of Stride, a member of Student Council, NHS, and Linkford. Outside of school, she volunteers at the Evangelical Home, is a member of the Dance Alliance Repertory Company, and an assistant teacher of ballet at Dance Alliance. Next year, Annie plans on attending an Ivy League university. Annie is escorted tonight by Kenny Wayne. Kenny is captain of the SHS track team and plans to attend the University of Michigan. Next we have Chaitan Patel. Chaitan is the daughter of Stephanie and Alpesh Patel. Chaitan is a member of the following SHS sports teams: swimming, water polo, and cross country. She is a member of Stride, Power 100, BPA, Key Club, the Diversity Club, and the Connecting Program. Outside of school, Chaitan assists special needs students at her church and volunteers in Detroit. She plans to study special education with a minor in early childhood education. Escorting Chaitan tonight is Julian Rodriguez, the son of Lorna and Carlos Rodriguez. Julian is a member of the food team, volunteers as a team leader at his church, is a musician, and also works at Wendy's. After graduation, Julian plans to study political science at the University of California at Berkeley or at the University of Michigan. Next is Izzy Parada, who is being escorted by Maggie Parada and Joe Wilson. Izzy is a member of the Varsity volleyball team and also plays on the Legacy Club volleyball team. Upon graduation, Izzy will be playing Division I volleyball at Western Illinois and studying pre-med. Izzy is escorted tonight by Jack McGreal, the son of Sheila and Jim McGreal. Jack is a member of both the track and cross-country teams. He plans to attend MSU next year. And finally, we have Abby Rensselaer. Abby is the daughter of Captain and Lyle Rensselaer. Abby is the vice president of the senior class, a member of the Interact Club and NHS. She is also a member of the cross-country and track teams. After school, Abby volunteers for food gatherers, Habitat for Humanity, and is an altar server at her church. Abby is known for her baking skills and driving around Saline in her yellow bike. After graduation, Annie plans to study pre-med at either U of D or Alabama, and of course, continue baking. Abby is escorted tonight by Sam Cahan, the son of Lisa and Patrick Cahan. Sam is captain of the cross-country team, the track team, and ultimate frisbee. He plans to study business at the University of Michigan next year. And now, introducing the 2014 Homecoming Queen, Abby Abby is being crowned by the 2013 Homecoming Queen Hall of Graduates. Congratulations, Abby, the 2013 Homecoming Queen. The 2014 Homecoming Committee would like to thank the following people for the use of their vehicles for tonight's parade. 1999 Ford Mustang convertible owned and driven by Tommy and Jim Finn. A 1997 Mercedes owned and driven by Jennifer Hartberg. A 1968 Ford Skylark owned and driven by Sam Islip. A 2002 Ford Mustang owned and driven by Tommy Lucas. A 1996 Ford Mustang owned and driven by Pam Dahlman. A 2008 Pontiac G6 GT owned and driven by Doug Mervis. A 2014 Ford Mustang owned and driven by Dan Boxer. And a 2003 Ford Mustang owned and driven by Austin Raines. And now the results of the float judging and class spirit contests. Student Council Advisors, Mrs. Ann O'Harris and Mr. Jeff Kazee, will be presenting the awards. The Principal's Award goes to the class of 2018 for their float, Dunk on the Boat Tank. The first place float goes to the class of 2016, the juniors, the Great Varsity, And finally, the Spirit Trophy for 2014 goes to the class of 2018 freshmen. Congratulations to all students on a great showing during Homecoming Week 2014. Saline at halftime 14-10 will receive the kickoff to start the second half. The 17
Magic Mike out there to do it.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, kill the music right away once we start talking.
Got it.
I don't want to hear football time for football.
Well, Saline gets the ball. That's good. Start the
I
half.
just only play that just at the end, first commercial break or whatever.
Just play in the middle of the quarter. Whenever I just start rambling, so most of it.
All right, coming back in about 20.
All right. Don't worry back. Don't worry back. Don't worry back. Don't worry back.
returns the kickoff in zone 15 to the 30-yard line. 15 yards on that kick return.
Okay, here we go. We're on in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back to the high school game of the week. Saline 14, U of D Jesuit 10. We've come back from halftime. And here's the
Big
kick.
homecoming halftime.
Yes, it was.
It's
An
a
extra long one.
Great thing. Last year's queen was back to crown the new queen.
This is one of those ones I'd rather be a fan. Didn't have to be here because I would actually love to take in halftime. But you know what? Let's get back to this game. And here comes the kickoff. It's kicked back. Parker runs it out. He's going to take it to the 20, 25, and he is taken down at the 30.
I thought he was going to go.
Yeah, I thought maybe he'd make that corner and get around there, but there we go. And they line up fast. And the quarterback for Saline, looks like Jackson gets to it. Takes one guy off him. He gets to the 40, 35, 30, 25. And he tries to cut back in, but gets taken out of 20. Wow, is he fast at getting through that line of scrimmage.
Jackson Miller, I'm telling you.
Wow, because they opened up the hole for him, and he pretty much just put the hand to someone's face and took him off.
Where they put the ball
at the 30,
Well, he started at the 30.
Yeah, started at 30.
20 and
well, they're going to start at the
55-yard run.
55-yard run for Jackson at the 15, first and 10. 20 seconds gone here in the third quarter. Hands it off, and a spin move there. Gross with the carry all the way to the 7-yard line for Saline. Well, Coach Falca gave them a great speech at halftime because they came out firing on all cylinders, Al.
Well, 154 yards now on the ground. And in this half, that's already 60-some yards.
Here's the play and his handoff, and close, and it is a touchdown, Saline. That is a touchdown for Mr. Gross's 24th of his career, his 9th rushing touchdown on the season. He had 3 last week, his first one this week. His 9th on the year, his second. He only has 2 reception touchdowns, but there you go, Al. Kevin Gross off and running. Tyson holds and the extra point is up. It is good. 21-10, that fast, within a minute. Saline drives the field and scores.
Well, they scored at 11:08 to go in the third quarter.
Right.
First quarter, they scored at 11:49 to go. So they're a little slower this half.
A little slower. That's
slow
true.
down.
True, but they had the ball a lot farther than where they started the first half. Big thank to Magic Mike back there pushing the 1s and 2s. Also Mike Pickett, who's been driving a van all day and getting equipment for this broadcast. Thank you to Mike Pickett for all that he's done.
He's worked hard tonight.
He has. He's
Got
drove Michigan Ave. He's put about 300 miles on that van today. Going back to the studios there on State Street. So I want to thank him for all that he does for this PA staff here at Cumulus Media of Ann Arbor. And Magic Mike doing the hockey game and also doing the high school game here on 1290 WOBY.
Well, you know, we talked about the fact that Jesuit came back and scored 10 unanswered points. We now have 14 unanswered points by Saline.
And the kickoff is kicked 8 yards into the end zone, and Jesuit will start at the 20-yard line.
That young man Breen's got a foot, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Both punting and kicking. Now,
Yeah.
we haven't seen him punt yet tonight because we haven't had a fourth down.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen him this season do too much of the punting because of how much they've scored, but We saw him during halftime.
Yeah, that's what I saw. That's what I saw him playing. He was booming that ball.
Kick it from one sideline to the next, and here comes Jesuit out to play. A couple of score updates. Airport 28, Tecumseh 21 at halftime, and Dexter now down to Northwest 21-17. More updates on the way.
Come on, Dreadnoughts.
Yeah, come on, do it for Dexter. City of Dexter's counting on you. Brand takes the snap and passes it to Nelson, the wide receiver, who gets close to the first down, but they're going to give it 3 yards to go. 2nd and 3 now on the 27. Line up very quick, no huddle. Brand back ready. He's got Kirkland in the back. You see, has 3 wide receivers. Another high snap. That's about the 8th tonight. Hands it off to Kirkland.
And that has really hurt. That's hurt the timing of all their plays.
Yes, it is.
That is one of the things that Jesuits had a real problem with.
Well, you have to pick it up. You have to grab the ball way above your head and then get it down to where the running back's ready to grab it from you.
And it all takes that little extra half to 3/4 of a second that throws the play off.
Yes, it does, Hale. Just because you have to pull it down and make sure, because Kirkland's not looking where the ball is. He's just ready to run across the line and get that from the ball from him. And now they're going to have some I formation love on this. Brand keeps it and hands it off to the up back. Kirkland was the fullback on that play. He keeps it. Gets a first down there for Jesuit. Also score the Michigan hockey score. They lead 4-3 right now over Massachusetts Lowell. And that is in the 2nd period. Jesuit now gets ready. 3 wide receivers out. Another high snap. Brand pulls it in. And, well, somehow he's going to get about 2 yards on all that, Al. I don't
ran a long ways to pick up that yard.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
Yeah, the PA put it best. The quarterback scramble, because he did run about 17 yards on that 2-yard carry. Under 9 minutes to go now in the 3rd quarter. Saline leads 21-10 over UD Jesuit. And you will hear...
These are the Cubs.
These are the Cubs.
UD Jesuit. That name just doesn't fit.
Nope. Well, great helmets, but yeah, it doesn't fit. And now we're going to have a...
It should be the Crusaders or something, don't you think?
Yeah. No, I love the name. Maybe the Crabs. Or, no, the U of D Jesuit Joshes would be a good one. Here we go.
Yeah.
Now they're lined up. Little stoppage of play there to get Nelson's back in ready play, but he's going to throw it, and he was sacked maybe twice on that play, but stayed up.
Pretty close to grounding.
Yeah, he tried to, as he was being taken down, threw it over the head of the guy.
He was straight back with it. Well, he had the big guy. He had the blocking back standing there. He was never intended to be the receiver, but it prevented the intentional grounding call.
And there we see Al, the floats from our
Floats are
halftime.
moving in. Watch out.
Yeah, they're moving on out, I believe.
They're moving in, aren't they?
It looks like they're.
I didn't see
I
them
don't know.
before.
We'll get updates from the studio and which way the. Not sure. It looks like that one's leaving. This one's coming. I'm not sure. All right. Well, back to 3rd and 9 now for Jesuit, and his dropped.
Almost intercepted.
4th down. Grant Ellison with the breakup there, and you will see 4th and 9. More likely we're going to see a punt here.
First punt of the night, is it not?
I believe so.
Yeah, I don't remember another punt at all.
Let's lean back on the offense, and they can maybe go ahead and
Who they got back there?
turn it up. Well, usually there's Kreiner. He's being
Usually it's Kreiner.
Yep, Kreiner's back
He's
there.
returned a couple this year.
He's back at his own 35. The punt from the 25. Catch it
to him on the
to
run.
the 40. He's running 45.
Oh.
He's knocked out of bounds.
Good hit over there, and I can't read the number. Too far away.
Too far away for L&I, but what you say, it was a good hit and supposed to be out of bounds, but no flag on that.
They got a good field position. They're going to start at their own 46-yard line. So. Well, now the Hornets come out here with 8:17 to go in the third quarter,
Right.
Josh, and they can put the first nail into the coffin.
Yeah. No, it would be a big nail, too.
Not the final nail.
No.
They can put a big one in there. It'll be hard to pry the coffin open.
Yeah, Jesuit last game scored 14 the game before versus De La Salle 7. The highest point total for them is 28 against Dearborn Divine Child. And here's a snap from the quarterback. He's going to get free. He get about 5-6 yards, but we're going to see a flag in the backfield. More likely
I think we're going to have a hold back there.
a hold.
Number 58 for Jesuit. Jeffrey Reeves got tackled as he was rushing in. Yeah, it is.
Yep, and they're going to back that up.
It was a good tackle.
Great tackle. Not going in the books, though.
And that'll move him back 10 yards. For the first down and 10. Or first and 20 now.
Yep, that backs him up. Very nice. 8:08 here in the third quarter. Saline 21, Jesuit 10, and they're going to back that up even more. It's now all the way. It's the 15-yard. They're calling it now first and 25 on the 30.
It must have been a chop block. The holding's 10.
Or maybe from where it was, the spot of the hold. That was 5 yards in the backfield.
Well, they had first and 10. Anyways, it's first and 25.
It is first and 25 for Saline. They got them right where they want them. 5 wide receivers in the backfield, and Jackson will run himself. It's nothing. It's a yard or two before he's met by a Jesuit defensive player.
Now they have second down and 25 to go.
Yep, the number 64, Roy McNamara, took him down there. Offensive linebacker, he's a junior.
Well, I think this time you're going to see Josh Jackson roll out to his left. He likes to roll out left, but he throws right-handed.
Right.
I think you're going to see him. He's going to wing one here, I think.
Well, 3 wide receivers now, or 4 wide receivers, 3 the short side and 1.
Oh, yeah.
A little screen action here, and he's going to get it for up towards the 50-yard line, back to where they started. So it was caught by Kevin Gross. Already has a touchdown.
Little 20-yard screen pass there.
Yep. Gross is one of those key players for Saline. The quarterbacks in Saline.
And it makes it a reasonable third down play.
Yes.
Third down and 6.
3rd and 6 at the 50, 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. Looking over to the sideline. Some other updates coming in. Chelsea 14 has went nothing. Also, Dearborn leads Skyline 17-7. Really hoping Dexter can pull one out and get a win on the year.
Looks like Skyline's going to end up with the big goose egg, though.
Yes. There's a pass over the middle and almost intercepted. And it was supposed to be over the middle for Warmer, but his defensive back pushed him to the outside and had a better chance with that ball than he did. And here comes a punt.
And here's that first punt.
Right, we start talking punting, and they start doing it.
Right. Now we're going to see Green for real. Let's see how he can kick this football. Kid has a very strong leg. Kick your leg up that high, Josh?
No. I mean, if I slip and fall, I can usually put my leg, but it's on the ground. And hurt. I snap, and we're going to kick it there to UD Jesuit. Well, it bounces. Nelson was back there, but he's going to let it drop and bounce around about the 12-yard line, and they're just going to let it sit there. And finally, one of the Saline players picks it up at the 10. The 1st and 10 to go. 1st and 10 for the Cubs.
Well, it's a two possession game, and now the Cubs have the football 90 yards away at the 10-yard line. The clock's going to come into play here in another 3 or 4 minutes if the Cubs don't make something happen.
Yeah, very true. They have to play. They have to look for that hole in the Saline defense. Saline's done very well. John Rupp last week 6 sacks. Helped the Hornets hold Skyline to minus 31 yards on 30 carries last week.
Wow.
It's named MLive.com's Defensive Player of the Week. And another high snap there.
Kirkland ran into his tackle.
But he gets through to about 5-6 yards.
Well, he had a lot more if he wouldn't have run into his tackle.
He had 6 yards for Kirkland. senior, 5'7", 170 pounds for UD Jesuit.
They have a pretty decent offense, I believe, here. One thing's for sure, Brand has a pretty strong arm.
Yeah.
He needs maybe to work on accuracy a little bit more.
Yeah, if you get that toe down a little farther on his lead foot, I think he could get it out to Nelson. We're going to probably see him go to Nelson in this next series of plays. There's a snap, handoff to Kirkland. He's going to try to bounce it outside, but a great job by Saline linebacker to stop him from doing that.
He's going to lose a yard that time.
And that's what we were just talking about, John Rope, with that stop there for Saline.
21-10. Saline looking to go 8-1.
8-1 on the season. This year, Bedford not as good. That was their biggest rival of the year. Them fighting each other, the SEC Red.
The Red Division didn't have a lot of good records this year. Monroe was 6-2, and I didn't see whether they were winning or losing.
Brand with another, nope, it's going to be dropped. I was about to say completion there, but great break up there.
That was real close, I think, that time, Josh, to interference.
Yeah, very close, very close.
He had it. He had it timed very, very well. Let's put it that way. As soon as that ball arrived, he arrived.
Kel Griner there with the breakup. It's 4th and 5 now, and we're going to see another punt.
Well, it's turned into a punting match now.
A punting game.
Just because we said we hadn't seen anybody punt.
Yep. Well, they're ready for it. They got the. Sweden has a player. It's Griner back at the 50-yard line. There's the punt. A little high snap on that. Gets about at the 7-yard line. Almost blocked. Griner catches it. Fair catch. Well, he's going to be taken down in the next game. I thought he had that hand up, but he didn't at the 47-yard line. So they at least have it marching into the other side of the field on the opponent's side.
And the exchange of possession this time, Saline gained 6 yards.
Yep. There you go.
So now they've already got the ball in Jesuit territory.
Yep, at the 47 and marching. Looks like they're going to go with 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs.
They got Faison back in at quarterback.
Yep, Tyson's back.
Little equipment repair there. You might see the ball stay on the ground a little bit.
Got a pro set offense, 2 wide receivers out, 2 running backs. He hands it off. No, he's going to keep it himself. Rolls out and passes it. It's going to be caught. And no. Well, it is caught. Jeb Palka, but then the ball, after he slid out of bounds, the ball rolled into play, but he was already out of bounds.
He didn't have quite enough field that time.
Nope. 2nd and 6 now for Saline. Tyson now.
The passing game is almost even, 109 to 108 yards.
3 wide receivers out. They throw it to the backfield. Gross. And he's wide open to the 20, 15, 10, 5, and in. You can call it a touchdown. Saline. 27-10. It is Gross. Again, that's his 2nd touchdown, his 43-yard catch, his 3rd receiving touchdown, his 25th of his career. Kevin Gross. Last year, didn't play. Sophomore year, did very well, had 13 touchdowns there. Now, this year he has 10 and had 2 more to that, so he has 12 or 25 on his career for Saline. The extra point is up. It's good. 28 now for Saline. Jesuit 10. Still 3rd quarter, 4:25 to go. But there's that now, Al.
21 unanswered points.
Yeah.
The Hornets are now up by 18.
And they've figured out this offense of Jesuit. They've really stopped Nelson, Brand, Kirkland, those top 3 guys. Also, Hadid made some great catches in that first half. We haven't heard from him since then.
Well, as I said before, the passing game was almost even, 109 yards to 108, but that 47-yard bomb just changed that.
Yeah. And we saw the speed there.
Now this becomes a very, very critical possession now for the Cubs. Jesuits got to do something with the football here.
Yep, they're going to have to spread the guys wide and get Nelson the ball. He's the speedster on the outside for them.
If they can't put points on the board.
Here's the
in the end.
Yep, and kick off for a touchback.
If they can't put points on the board with this series, you might as well go out there and start that bus.
Yeah. Score from Michigan hockey. Dylan Larkins, the Red Wing draft pick, puts his rebound in. His first goal of his career, 15:35 in the second. Michigan now leads 5-3 over Massachusetts Lowell.
They're playing those East Coast teams, huh? New Hampshire.
Yep, getting all those in. Some home, some away.
I haven't been able to use my tickets yet.
Well, hopefully somebody is.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I can't wait to go to my first hockey.
Because if not, I will not be here next week. I will be at a Michigan hockey game. Score coming in, Coldwater 33, Adrian 0, into the third quarter. Adrian having some trouble this year.
Yeah.
And here comes Jesuit out for their first play in this drive, and he throws it over the middle, but two Saline defenders play some volleyball with it and knock it down before Nelson can get his hands on it.
I tell you, Travis Brown was right there, and he almost intercepted that football.
Yeah. He is a quarterback, not a wide receiver. He would have taken that one to the house.
He needed about 5 more yards on his arm that time.
And as I give you the score of the Michigan hockey game, they score again. It is Zach Hyman with the hat trick. It's now 6-3 over Massachusetts Lowell. Kirkland takes the ball for Jesuit, and he gets a few yards. He gets about 5 yards now. To 3rd and 5 now for Jesuit. Still 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. The time's winding down on Jesuit. And Brand throws it out wide to his running back, Kirkland. He makes one guy miss. He gets the first down. He's going to get tackled around the 32-yard line. It is Haddad with the catch, Ashley. Joseph Haddad. He's a senior. Plays tight end and strong safety for the Cubs.
Yeah, we're seeing a little urgency now out of the Jesuit Cubs here.
Brand, good snap there, and it's almost intercepted, but the player Haddad, I believe, is on that far side of the field and brings it and gets caught down around 6 yards. Now going to be 2nd and 3. And yep, as you said, the urgency, they keep going. Another update for you: Jackson Northwest 28, Dexter 17. Still under 12 minutes to go at the start of the third quarter there. Dexter, come on.
Come on, Dexter, let's get one.
Here's a big score update. Clinton 77, Britton Deerfield 6. 77-6, start of the fourth quarter.
Did you say 77-6?
77-6, Clinton leads Britton Deerfield.
Who are they playing?
Britton Deerfield. I guess it's just
An
a field.
8th grade team? Or what?
It's a field full of deer. No wonder they only have 6 points. That last pass was incomplete.
How do you score 77?
I don't know, in 3 quarters?
We've seen some blowouts this year, but we didn't see anything that came near 77 points.
Yeah. 3rd and 3 on the 40-yard line, and this is a big play for the Cubs. Saline now walks in 7 guys into the box, and he's going to take it out. He's going to look for some option play, but Saline's there to stop him. He's not going to get that first down. He's going to be tackled with a yard to go. 4th down now for the Cubs of UD Jesuit.
Well, I'll tell you what you do right here, but they won't do it.
Punt.
You punt the ball and you gain some field position.
Yep.
But they're going to go for the first down, I'm sure. Which, with 2:33 to go in the third quarter, there's still a lot of time in this football game. And I'm not sure I would do this. But it's about 1.5 feet.
Yep, they're looking in that.
One bad snap or one mishandle of the ball.
Oh, 3 guys in the backfield, and they're going to hand it to one of them. Kirkland gets it and does. Oh, it's going to be close.
Not get it.
Close.
Depends where he sets it down.
Yeah, it depends on the actual. He did reach out. He tried to get to it, and now you're going to see.
I can tell you when he sets it down if I can see the yard mark.
Yep. We're all anxiously awaiting that.
I'm sure they're going to measure it, I would think.
Yep, they're going to go ahead and measure it.
Yeah, they're going to measure it.
And they're going to measure it.
I can't, because they're in the logo out there, I can't see the hash marks. But I think he had to go to the 47.5.
And the Kicking Mules are up 35-18 over Consortium College
Yep.
Prep.
Stopped him.
Saline stops him, and you see it. The crowd here in Saline goes crazy for their defensive unit, who really plays back up to that offensive unit. But wow, what a great stop there! And there's another nail.
You could call me old-fashioned conservative or what, but I punt that ball and I give Saline a long field and dare him to go the length of the field. But now they got the best field possession in the half to start a drive at the 43-yard line, leading 28-10, 2:03 in the third quarter. Everything going Saline's way right now.
Yes, sir. Now they can really look at that run. High snap there for Tyson. He throws it out to Palka. Palka's going to get around the corner, but you're going to see a flag for a hold, and that's going to pull that play back. Pull was on that receiver making the block for him.
Yeah.
We won't name him because we want to look negative.
Well, he got those extra yards because of the hold, too.
Right. He could have got a good chunk of yards, maybe a first down without that.
Well, let me see if I got my rules right here. When you get a holding penalty on a pass, you take it to the line of scrimmage. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. So then it won't be a spot foul at
Right.
36.
All right.
Well, it is. Look at it. It's a spot foul.
Yeah.
Huh. All right. I'll log that in my memory bank, which is pretty full, so not much gets out of it.
Saline now at the 47, first and 14, minute 44 to go in the third quarter. And Palka takes it, gets through the first line of defenders, but is taken down at the 40-yard line. 7-yard run there by Palka. Lined up at wide receiver, grabbed the end around there, but taken down.
We're not into the fourth quarter yet, so I'm not sure Saline really wants to run too much clock yet.
Minute 12 and taken away. 3 receivers. One back in the backfield for Tyson. Tyson goes fake handoff, throws it out to Mercer. Mercer's going to be taken down at the 35.5-yard line.
Well, they haven't been afraid to put the ball in the air at all tonight, that's for sure.
It's going to be now 3rd and 3 on the 36. 45 seconds to go. They will try to get one more play off before the end of this quarter.
Well, they might get 2 more if they get a first down. It's coming for 39 seconds.
5 wide receivers out for Tyson in the backfield. He looks over and he's going to get his play. Now we're going to have to see. I'll make sure they don't get this delay a game. 27, 26, 25. 5 down linemen. 4-3 offense. And Tyson's going to run himself. Gets tackled, but he's going to keep going.
Oh, he gets the first down.
Thanks to his tight end there, Wolma, I believe, helped pull him along. I don't know how fair that is, but you got a guy grabbing you and just pretty much carrying you like he is a football. And it is a first down. 15 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Well, we got a man down, so
There's
that'll
a man
stop
down.
the clock for
Jesuit. What we have this time, let's thank our sponsors, Meyer. Meyer is a proud sponsor of the Red Division SEC champs, Saline football. Also want to thank Wendy's, their pulled pork sandwich. So good.
We couldn't do this without our sponsors.
No.
And some of us couldn't live without the pulled pork sandwich.
That's true. That's where Marcus Ray is.
could not live without
He could not be here tonight because he's eating at
eating a
Wendy's.
pulled pork sandwich at
Probably.
Wendy's,
Probably. And then also LaFontaine, Dodge Jeep Ram, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Saline. Thank them all for all they do, get us on the air, and also thank the guys working for us, Mike.
That was the big blocking back.
That was?
Yeah, Bryce Brand, 27.
Yep.
Right?
Well,
The quarterback's brother, I believe.
That's going to hurt. Well, he's up, and he looks like he's going to be okay. Now the clock's running, 10 seconds to go. And
They may
likely,
not snap it.
Nope.
I don't think they're going to even.
Nope, they're all lined up.
Make
No one's going to really do it. So 3, 2, 1. And that's the end of the third quarter. 28 for Saline. Jesuit 10. You're listening to the high school game of the week on 1290 WLBY.
Sir.
Oh, we got another shutout streak going.
Yeah.
We're very interested to see who they get next week. And I gotta almost bet the farm that they're gonna play right here.
I'd bet the farm too. That's why I think
8-1, they'll be right here.
Yeah, one of 20, 20-some teams.
When you're an
playing.
8-1 team,
Yeah,
you're not at home in the district, something's wrong.
very true. And it's not like anybody around here. Well,
Yeah, that's the thing. If you're 8-1 and the district, and you're not the number 1 seed, or you're not at home, that means you're the number 3 seed. If you're not at home, that means you got some pretty tough competition in that district.
no, I
And
mean,
I don't see it in whatever district they send them.
well, last year doing the show with Pete, there's very few number 4s that actually went from, made as far as they did. I think like Zealand West and then some of those Detroit schools.
All right, 10 seconds.
Thanks, miss. Pete's a teacher now?
Pete is?
Pete's a teacher.
Where at?
I don't know.
And you're back on in 5, 4, 3.
Well, everybody, welcome back to 1290 WLBY's High School Game of the Week. It's Saline versus UD Jesuit. Well, Saline 28, Jesuit 10. Start of the fourth quarter.
Final 12 minutes of the regular season, Josh.
Yep, and we're going to see some playoffs next week here on 1290 WLBY. Before that, let's get this game going in this fourth quarter. Tyson hands off to Palka. Palka's going to get to the about 6 yards there on that run up through the middle.
Yeah, I think they're going to run. They're going to try and keep it on the ground maybe now, unless they are forced into a passing situation.
Yeah, we do see Wilma, the tight end, though, come out. 5 guys on the line, no tight end, 4 wide receivers, and, well, they do have the back in the backfield. Tyson throws it over to Palka. Palka's going to try to get around that edge, but he is taken down before he can get there, and the first down.
Close.
Looks like a Jesuit player is down.
Not a first down.
And limping, that is number 6 for Jesuit. He's having a little trouble. A.J. Thomas. Could be, he's limping, but looks like he's up and going, and Chris is watching him, but they're going to let this keep going. He's lined up and ready to go, even though, well, I guess you'd go towards that injured player. I mean, it's not something you like to do, but he's trying to stay on the field. Now with Walma back in, right tight, and they're going to throw it over the middle, and it's dropped in, and it's a touchdown for Saline. Now 34-10. 24-yard touchdown from Tyson to Kevin Gross. That is his 4th receiving touchdown, his 26th of his career. And I have no idea why I outlined him, but when I was looking up stats, I said Kevin Gross. He had 3 last week. It leads him to now 26 touchdowns in his career for Saline. He has 1 rushing touchdown and 2 receiving touchdowns tonight. So 3 for last week against Skyline, 3 tonight against Jesuit. An extra point is up. It's good. It's now 35 Saline. Jesuit 10. Under 11 minutes to go in the game.
Yeah, well, I can hear that bus out in the parking lot starting now. And Jesuit won't quit, but
No,
but the handwriting is on the wall.
it is. Yeah, the 10 points, they're still going to play for pride, but really this is the end of their season right here. With the playoff points that they have, even though it's tough competition, you go 2-6, you're not going to be making playoffs. They have 31 points coming into the game. They played some very stiff competition. Placed in the state, 57th overall. Playoff opponents played their points, 71.03, so they played some very stiff competition. The 2-6 in the season is not getting you anywhere but back home.
Well, I'm not sure they played as tough a competition as this Saline team. Closest probably would have been Brother Rice.
Right, well, Saline has had some tough opponents this year, but not really. Dexter and Skyline, have still looking for their first win. Pioneer and Bedford, both 4-win schools in a row with 6 wins, and then Mona Shores with 7.
I think that'd be a great matchup if we could see Saline and Brother Rice play. But
Wow.
that won't happen because Brother Rice is a Division
If that happens,
2.
I'm guarantee you
Well, they're Division
the
2.
birthday boy, Ira Weintraub, will be back in his seat calling that game.
This Ira's birthday?
Ira's birthday today.
Is he 62?
He is 62 years old. You guessed it correct.
Well, that's good.
Yep.
That's good. He can start collecting his Social Security now.
I know you listened to the Michigan Insider. He told me beforehand, you know what he said? It was Sam's birthday, everybody knows. My birthday, I tried to hide it. Well, his wife gave it away right away. And, well, their birthday day there at the radio station for Ira.
Okay, the Cubs are going to start from the 20-yard line.
Yep, Brand's
And
still back there.
What we had as a competitive football game has changed.
Yep, they're going to look for Nelson, though. Brand with the snap takes the ball in the pocket, throws down the line, and there's an open receiver there. And out to a 20-yard reception. It was Mike Tartaglia with the catch.
You can see the urgency on that Jesuit sideline now.
Tartaglia, senior, 5'10", 170 pounds, was cornerback also. Here's this receiver, 4 wide receivers, 3 to the short side, 1 to the far side, another low snap this time, not a high one. Brand throws it to his receiver, Haddad, gets it to around the first down. We'll see where the markage is.
Well, I got news for you. He should have the first down because his forward progress, he was at the 48.
Looks like that's where
They're
they're
going
to
to
mark
give
it.
it to him. That's right.
And they're moving those chains.
Those referees right on top of it. 9th week, they've had all season to learn.
Yeah, they're ready for
right.
it. Brand in the shotgun, 1 receiver to our side of the field, 3 to the far side, 1 running back in. Kirkland picks up the blitz, and it is completed for a first down. Another 10 to 12-yard pass completion. That was to Scott Nelson, one of their best receivers. Hadid, Nelson, Tartaglia, all of them making receptions tonight.
My question now, Josh, would be, where were these plays earlier in this football game? And I realize it's a different defense that Saline's playing, but still.
Yeah,
if they got that kind of passing game, they should have been throwing the ball more.
Now off the receivers, Brand as he gets pushed down and throws it out of bounds. Pretty much someone wasn't tackled on that line. That was more likely John Rope, who came around the corner and stared him in the face, like daring him. You want to run it? I'm here. If not, go ahead. You better throw it out of bounds because I'm about to hit you. Slightly pushed him, no, didn't take him down.
Yeah, he threw it over there by that brand new banner over there.
Yep, the red division
2014
champions.
SEC Red Champions.
Yeah, very nice.
And the last time they won it was in '94, so that's 20 years.
Yep, completed that last week by beating Skyline 49-0. 4-3 defense again for Saline. Brand in the pocket, throws it deep, and there's another catch. Number 11, Tartaglia pulls that one in.
21 yards on that one.
And they're moving the chains. 9:29 to go. No running clock. 35-10. Saline. Great catch there by Tartaglia. Pulled it in. Up the middle. They're on the 15-yard line and threatening. 35-10 though. Almost you think it's too far out of hands, but 9 minutes to go in this game. You've seen stranger things happen. So it looks like they're blitzing on this play. They rush 6. A little handoff there to Kirkland as he came around the edge.
That's the 3rd time they've ran that option pitch tonight, and the same thing resulted each time.
Yeah.
3-yard loss.
Exactly. 6 guys coming up through the middle, but Saline not going far back, and now we have a Jesuit player down. Might be the guy that was down on defense. We'll see. It looks like maybe a cramp issue, a foot issue.
Well, there are more when you're behind 35-10 in the 4th quarter. There are more injuries.
Yeah.
Everything hurts a little bit more.
And he's going to limp.
That's Kirkland too.
Wow, it is Kirkland, and that's a big blow for them. Good thing it wasn't earlier, but he's
Kirkland kind of skipping off the field.
He was skipping, but now it's more of a run, so maybe it was just a cramp. Hopefully he'll be able to get back into the game.
Might have been an ankle on one side, too. Somebody might have fallen on his ankle, bruised it a little bit.
Saline running guys in and out, but they do have 11 guys on there. Brand in the shotgun. Good, perfect snap there. Going over the middle, caught. Touchdown! Jesuit. Now 35-16. Mike Tartaglia, perfect pass. Perfect slant pattern ran there, and he caught it and walked it in. And it is now 35-16.
They made that look so easy.
Yeah.
That whole drive.
Can't say they're running a prevent defense because, well, they didn't prevent anything. So here comes the extra point for Jesuit. make it to a 35-17 score. Gets ready, the snap, good. The kick is good. 35-17 now with 8:45 to go in the game. And Al, what do you think? You're going to see Saline come out and run the ball?
Well, at first I think we're going to see the onside kick.
Onside kick, why not go ahead? Even though it's...
And then I got it. Well, every time we've seen Saline this year,
right?
They don't. They're not a team that goes into a cocoon.
No.
And it depends who they have at quarterback, and I can tell you what'll happen.
All right. Well,
I think.
Right. Well, we see both the quarterbacks run, Tyson and Jackson, down there. So we'll see who comes in the game, but first we're going to have a kickoff. Like I said, 8:45 to go. Still a lot of time in this game. We're going to more likely put... Yep, and...
Well, let's see what they got. They got some, they got running back. They got some good hands, people up there.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. I was looking for Mercer and those guys to be up front. So that's far back.
They got Jacob Bird up there. They've got a lot of running back and receiver numbers up there.
And there's a timeout called.
Timeout for it, too.
Saline calls the timeout there, and they're going to take a look at where Jesuit was lining up for that kickoff.
Well, they want to ensure that they get this football. And the last thing you want to do now is turn it over to them again with good field position, the way they moved down the field the last time, and have them cut it to an 11-point game. Or even a 10-point game.
Right. Don't forget, every Sunday you can listen to the JMO show from 9 to 11 on our brother station, Sports Talk 1050, WTK, JMO. Well, we're going to have John U. Bacon actually from 10 to 11. Actually, John U. Bacon off the field is returning one more time before he pretty much hands the show over to JMO. JMO's pretty much ran it. Done a great job. I have some great guests on, but one last time for John U. Bacon from 10 to 11.
That one went 10 yards, and it was covered very quickly and easily by Josh Jackson.
Josh Jackson, yeah. Small bounce there, but in between bounce.
He picked up that ball, and that's what happened.
Great job there, and Saline's going to take the ball at the 49.
Now we'll see if he comes in at quarterback, as they have the ball now at the
yeah, we think the other
49.
two, Jackson, Tyson. Tyson's more of the passing quarterback. Jackson's more of the, hey, I'm just going to run it myself quarterback. We'll have to wait and see.
Well, we'll see it. We're going to see if Saline's content.
Yep, and it is Mr.
Josh.
Jackson.
Well, that means you're not crawling into the foxhole yet.
Nope. Jackson back. He's going to go ahead and hand it off to Palka, who does that long end around from his wide receiver position. He's not going to get any yards, though, on the run, maybe even a loss of one. Like Palka, they've seen that so many times tonight. They know it's going to happen. He lines up in that flanker position.
Good pursuit that time by the Cubs, as they would not let Palka turn the corner. And we've seen him turn that corner many times.
Yeah. Yeah, this game also. Now they're on the far side of the field. Coach Palka throwing in the plays. And we're going to see three guys line up to the far side. Now two. One guy to the far side. He goes over there. Looks like the guy on the far side is the one on the line. He'll roll this way. Jackson with the pass. He's going to throw it over there. Nope, Palka with that catch. Gets the foot down at the 41-yard line.
Just enough.
Yeah, he's always that, I don't know if you can call it Jackson or you say Palka, but one of them has a great tendency of being able to just put it where no one else can get it and then pull it in and get it before he goes all the way out of bounds.
Well, Palka is really good at making those circus catches along the sidelines, too. Make sure he keeps his foot in bounds.
And Jackson there with the snap, hands it off to Gross. Gross gets up through the middle. 30, 20, 15, 10. He's going to try for the pylon. No, he does not get there. He gets to the 1-2-yard line. Kevin Gross looking for his fourth touchdown of the year. 38 yards on that run. Little draw there. Hand off to Palka. and keeps it and gives it to Gross, who gets up through the middle and does a great job almost getting to that pylon.
Now you realize
Make
if
it-
they hadn't have given that touchdown up, we'd be very close to the running clock.
Yeah. There's the handoff to Gross, trying to get number 4 tonight.
Not going to give it to him.
Nope. It's going to be inside the 2-yard. Now 2nd and 2. Yeah, he's looking for his 4th. He has 1 running touchdown, 2 receiving. On his career, he has 9 rushing.
Well,
4
they're going to give it
receiving.
to him again, too.
Yeah, why not give it to the... And here we go. Nope, we're going to roll out. He's going to throw it. And touchdown. Is a touchdown to Chris Mercer. Mercer with the catch, and that's touchdown. 1-yard passing touchdown. The Cubs just didn't see that coming. Mercer is a senior. I want to give him the ball. 6'2", 195. Great job by Saline. Now 41-17 with the extra point coming. 7:06 to go in the 4th quarter. And the kick is up. The hold, kick, everything is great. It's good. 42 points. Now for Saline. Saline leads 42. Jesuit 17. Well, they're trying to go ahead and get 49 for the 4th time this year, Al. 49 against Dexter, 49 against Bedford, 49 against Huron, and last week 49 against Saline. 1 more touchdown, they'll get 49
That was
against
the
Jesuit.
4th touchdown pass of the night.
Yeah,
They're getting up there to Peyton Manning numbers.
that's true. Yeah. Doing a great job, especially with that one that everybody seemed like they thought, oh, they're going to run it, they're going to give it to Gross one more time.
Well, I
to get
thought
him
they were
down.
going to give it to Gross. I thought they wanted him to score a touchdown. But,
Gross senior.
but Mercer got the touchdown. That's good, too. Spread it around a little bit. And now, like I said earlier, the one thing I've noticed this season is that of all the years I've been doing this, the Saline High School offense is probably the most explosive, most powerful offense that I've seen in high school. They can score from anywhere, anytime, with anybody.
Yeah, and that's the thing about them. They're ranked 23rd, 7th in Division I in the AP poll that came out on the 21st. Like
Well,
I, you know,
and even though Jesuit is not a top team this year,
right?
people around the state are going to see that score. And they're going to say, oh my gosh, look what they did to Jesuit.
Yeah,
And that'll get us some more votes.
yeah, that will help them, and it prepares them for the playoffs, because this is kind of like a playoff game when you're playing a team that not in your division. You have you barely play them once every few years. It just helps you prepare to show off that a team maybe that you're not used to comes in, you still take care of business. Well, Brand gives it to Nelson. Nelson takes the catch, but he only gets 2 yards on that. Now 2nd and 8 with 7 minutes to go.
We've seen 51 passes in this game tonight.
51.
passes. Yep, 26 for Jesuit, 25 for Saline. 31 of them have been completed. 6 of them have been for touchdowns. 1 was intercepted.
This crowd here at Saline not going home just quite yet.
Emptied out on the other side, though, a little bit.
Well, I don't know if I ever really filled in for Jesuit. Here goes Brand. He's high snap, almost couldn't get it himself. He's going to take the ball and run it. Get about 4 yards. Under 7 minutes to go, 2nd and 10. Now 3rd and about 8. On the 22-yard line for Jesuit. Jesuit with the ball. That clock's ticking away. I think Saline wants it one more time, score. Take it in, get 49 for the 5th time.
6:30, and I would be surprised if they face a 4th down here if they would even punt the football. Not if you're really going to make a run at trying to get back in the game.
Jesuit
They
now,
got the
Brown
first down.
gets the 1st down and gets out of bounds. That's more likely to Nelson. Well, this is the most points they've gave up for Jesuit. Jesuit gave up 42 against St. Mary. They gave up 49 points to Dearborn Divine Child. gave up 50 to Walsh Jesuit and then 59 to Chandler Park Academy. Or no, they scored 59 in that first game. So they could put them on the board, they can take them off, but
Well, they just went over 200 yards passing tonight.
yeah.
But they only have 17 points to show for it.
That's true. A big fourth down stop. Brand rolls out. He's going to throw deep to Nelson. Nelson's pushed out of bounds. Are we going to see a flag? Nope. It was too far out of bounds for the officials to award a flag, and Nelson picks it up, gives it back to the ref. But yeah, now it's going to be almost 6 minutes to go in this game, and well, it kind of does it for Jesuit.
Second half, Jesuit, once Saline gets the ball back, I think you're going to see the clock run a lot faster.
Oh, I think so also. Yeah, they're going to keep it, and they're going to make sure this clock keeps it running. Oh, Brandon still back in there for Jesuit. 3 guys to the short side, 1 to the far side, 1 run back. Not sure if that's Kirkland, but Brand pulls it down. He's going to throw it. Now he's going to run it, and he's going to run it for a sack.
Really only the second sack of the night, though. They haven't really got to him too many times.
Yeah, Alex Richards gets to him for that sack for Saline.
But this time they get him for 9. Let's see where he sets it down. Gets him for 8 yards.
And that might be the straw that broke the camel's back. Or, well, the Cubs' back today. 5:37, and clock's rolling on down. And 3rd and 17 on the 26-yard line. That passing attack that they were doing this last drive, not really showing up this drive.
This is what Marcus calls a 2-stick play. You got to get the ball past the second stick.
Marcus Ray, missing him. Well, they're going to call that an interception. I thought it was overthrowing everybody.
I was looking for the roughing the passer, but never was called.
Yeah, great interception.
And rightfully so, because he didn't really rough the passer. So that's the first interception of the night for the Hornets.
Yep.
Each team now has thrown an interception.
And it's going to be at the 49. And 5 minutes, 11 seconds to go.
Short field. I stopped trying to guess what Polk is going to do.
Right.
But I would have to think that they're going to run some clock here.
New quarterback, Jack Schwarzenberger for Saline.
We got a new quarterback in there.
Yep.
Too.
He's a sophomore, 5'10", 160 pounds.
So now you want to get him some work, so that doesn't mean that they're going to run every play.
There he throws it out to the outside, and number 18 and maybe 15 to Cole. And it is going to be close to a first down, but they're going to mark it about 2 yards short. And Saline's moving the ball. Great passer by Schwarzenberger.
Now they've gone over 200 yards in the air.
Handoff this time.
Got a new running back in there, too, Zachary Owings.
Richard Hordvey.
Was it Zachary
We saw
Owings?
him a couple weeks ago against, or we saw him last week against Saline. Hordvey with the first down, and they're going to move the chains, and under 4.5 to go now for Saline. With them up 42-17. Schwarzenberger gets it, hands it off again. It looks like Hordvey with the, he's going to get about 3-4 here.
Gets himself a good 3 yards.
Yep, good 3 yards there. Yep, and as I've said, I'm more likely going to see the playoff game next week here at Hornet Stadium.
Yeah, I would almost bet the farm on that. And we'll be right back here in our same seats next week.
All right. Hopefully Mike Pickett won't have to drive as much. And hopefully Magic Mike back in the Steelers won't have to run as much. There's Schwarzenberg with the handoff one more time. Going to get close to first down. It is a first down and a little bit more, and he keeps it going.
11 yards on that one. Pretty good run.
Now they're really putting the backups because now I'm searching for names. And I will give you that name once I'm. Oh, no idea. It's not on my sheet. That's how far the backup's in. They're playing the freshman team now.
That man's moving them down the field pretty well.
Yes, he is. Sorceberger now with the snap. And a drop.
Spoke too soon.
Drop by Mike Monahan. And 3:12 now to go in this game.
Steve Keiska running and limping kind of off the field. A lot of new names in the lineup right now.
7 guys on the line, 3 wide receivers out. And there's the handoff, and Jesuit still playing. And they're going to walk him back to about the 28-yard line, but you're going to give him...
He's going to get his forward progress near the 20, though.
Yep. And pretty much, they're playing everybody. Coach Baca with the run there.
We got the 3rd down and 10 to go from the 20-yard line. 2:45. Clock's running.
Clock's running. As you said, the clock's going to run faster with the Saline with the ball. And
I don't think
Jesuit
Jesuit
sets up a screen. Is incomplete. Pass towards Mike Monahan, but not caught there.
Now it's 4th down. What do you do?
4th down, you go ahead and you
run
go
another
for
play.
It. Yeah. It's going to be a run.
No, I might throw the ball here. Try to get my 10 yards.
Go ahead and pull in any Connor Payne, freshman Connor Payne, he's running back defensive tackle. Let him go ahead and have a play. Maybe we get Zach from the backfield. Zach Rubin, number 81 tight end. Maybe we'll get him a play or two.
This is the future of Saline football.
This is.
See on the field right now.
Getting a play from Coach Paca. Steps up to about the 30-yard line. Ready? Good snap. Throws it to his receiver who breaks the tackle. Almost got to the end zone.
That's a new number. Was that Grant Gunn? All right? Did I get that right?
Yeah.
Gunn?
Yep, you did. Mr. Gunther, I don't know how you... Guess you have a different roster than I do, but you're a good man, Al, and I'm going to let you have that roster. I'll look at that roster.
First down and goal. What do you think?
First and 8 on the
run clock now?
Yeah, 8 minutes to go. Why not go ahead and score one more time? Get it to 49 for the 5th time this season.
6-yard line.
Hudson with the run there. Saline scoring 40 points a game. Jesuit 21. Well, obviously, we're getting close to that. I mean, we've gotten past
49 points.
Yes.
How many times this year? Twice?
4. Saline?
Twice?
Dexter, they scored 49. Bedford 49. Huron 49 and Skyline 49. So this would be the
4
5th time.
times. This will be the 5th time.
If they can do it.
Well, this is the highest powered offense that I've seen in high school. That I can.
Looks like the clock at 1:30 and ticking away. They're really going to slow it down. I think maybe they're calling off the dogs.
They're waiting for the guy in the back.
Yep, takes the knee.
Oh, he took it.
And that's going to hurt the overall yardage. And we're probably in minute 17, and the clock's going to roll on. If I was Jesuit,
though, isn't it?
If I was Jesuit, I guess they're going to line up for the field goal. They like where it's at. But
they'll run the play clock down as far as they can. They'll wait till the back judge. When the back judge is calling it like the basketball referee, he'll snap the football.
And he's going to walk up there so everybody can see him, and the Christian's going to be next to him.
Hands not even in the air yet.
50 seconds to go. Thanks to Myers, LaFontaine.
Hands not up yet. There's hands, goes up 10 seconds.
For all year long, all their support, everything they've done, along with the mics.
There's 5.
Also,
4.
Intern Corey. Intern Time.
Another knee.
30 seconds to go now. 42-17. And this crowd is now coming to their feet and really cheering on this SEC Red Division champs. And the team is ran onto the field. We're going to carry away the goalpost tonight. Take it on home. 42 points for Saline. Jesuit 17. And we're going to count it down with you. Red Division champions, 7-1. They're going to be playing here next week at Hornet Stadium. And there it is. That's the end of the game. 42-17. Saline over UD Jesuit. We'll come back after this break. We're listening to 1290 WLBY.
This will be the final band performance for our graduating seniors. We also want to remind you of the 8-1 Hornets that qualified for the NHSAA playoffs. And we're going to be hosting a playoff game next Friday night here in
Clear.
All right. That's what I was about to tell you.
Sorry about that.
No, that's all right. We stay quiet.
Playoff selection show will take place this Sunday on Fox Sports Radio. Find out who the Hornets are playing. We will be right back here next Friday night for the first round of the NHSAA.
Yeah, just need to Kirby or something.
Yeah, not long. I mean, I was going to wrap up his stats, put his pants back on. I think we'll be ready to go.
All right, we'll just wrap this one PSA after we're good.
Swing Athletic Department would like to thank everyone for attending tonight's game. Reminds you to please drive
8-4 Michigan, by the way, up in Massachusetts.
Well, they found some offense this week.
And we got a couple of freshmen with their first collegiate goals as well in the game, so it was Buttes.
Larkin and
Yeah, Larkin got his, Danks got his first one, and someone else got their first one as well.
nice. And then Busta Hyman got 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 hands.
Okay, stand by.
All right.